Hello and welcome to the Money Marketing Podcast. I'm Kimberly Dondo, Digital Content Manager. And in this week's Weekend Essay podcast, we have editor Tom Browne with his first weekend essay, Why Becoming a Parent Sharpens Those Financial Questions. Take it away, Tom.
I have a theory that we all turn into the people we once despised. Well, maybe despised is a bit strong. Mildly disdained is more accurate. In my case, I'm talking about people who write endlessly about their children. In particular, the challenges of juggling work with parenthood. Yes, I know there's an audience for this kind of thing, but I was emphatically not it. Too much information, I thought, as I read yet another LinkedIn post about a harassed yet heroic parent tackling spreadsheets while also changing dirty nappies. I just didn't want to know. There was also a hint of schadenfreude. I may or not have spawned any progeny, I reasoned, but at least I can knock out an article without having to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star at the same time. You made your bed, so lie in it, mate. Well, now the boot's on the other foot. Our first child arrived 7 months ago. 7 long months. 7 months of screaming, crying, kicking, flailing, vomiting, peeing and defecating. 7 months of sleepless nights. 7 months of anxiety combined with imposter syndrome. 7 months of total insanity. Yes, it's magical and wonderful and life-affirming and all that. But from the point of view of my old life, it's a total wrecking ball. The reason why people write about their children, I now realise, is because there's literally nothing else to write about. My latest trip to the cinema? I haven't been for 7 months. That crazy night out with friends? Ditto. So, when I turn my mind to my first weeks as editor of Money Marketing, I naturally want to pay tribute to all the colleagues, clients and contacts who have made the experience such a pleasurable one. But the story is incomplete without reference to my little boy. Many's the time I've sprinted from a client call, snatched up a plastic spoon and started ladling infant puree into a demanding mouth. Many's the time a key production meeting has been interrupted by a screaming meltdown, pitched at a volume that's made the furniture bleed. Mental focus is also a pipe dream these days. I've lost count of the number of occasions my strategic thoughts have been burst like a bubble by the yoghurt-stained monster. I'm talking about my child here, not my colleagues. Added to this, the nature of my editor's role, communicating the intricacies of the financial advice sector, has led to a strong sense of unease. See, before I became a parent, let alone editor of Money Marketing, investing for the future seemed like a distant concern. Sure, I pay into a pension and an ISA, and I've also always been careful with my money, but that's several furloughs short of serious financial planning. But now, the future is staring me straight in the face, sporting a cheeky grin. Suddenly, the questions break upon you like an unstoppable wave. How do we provide for the little one? What's the best investment tool? A junior ISA or premium bonds? What about nursery fees? Will university be affordable? And how much will property cost in 20 or 30 years? Of course, some of these are unanswerable, and you can stress yourself unduly by trying to answer them. There's a theory called good enough parenting, doing your best and getting it right most of the time, while recognizing that mistakes are inevitable. It provides a bit of comfort during those long, dark nights of the soul. Well, maybe there's such a thing as good enough financial planning as well. We're obviously not going to get every call right, but if our intentions are sound and we're reasonably sensible, things should turn out okay. At least in my role, I'm not short of expert opinions. And if there's one thing that parenthood has taught me, it's to focus on one day at a time. Control the controllables and the future will take care of itself, as my parents used to say. Or, in my version, breathe deeply and try not to panic. Right, time for a nappy change.
Thanks, Tom, for a very illuminating first weekend essay podcast. We do hope that you enjoyed it. Please keep up to date with all our new releases via Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcast from. You can also keep up to date with all our content published on the Money Marketing website, as well as our print edition Money Marketing magazine, so make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. See you next time.